In the building today, I'm Dapper D. We got Simply Courtney, and let's do a mic check. Hello, how are you this morning, ma'am?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. First of all, she got the memo. Hat game is on point.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo. I'm kind of jealous right now. I'll be right back.
She will be in some pictures. We'll do a little social media. So who do we have the pleasure of talking to today, ma'am?
I am Lydia Simmons, and I am the founder of Motherosity Health, which is a health tech firm for postpartum moms.
Oh, okay.
We focus on women who've had babies and are having a hard time kind of traversing through that experience.
Now, if they're going to go for that, is it Motherosity with 2 R's? Back to back, 1 R?
It's 1 R. So mother and then Ocity, OCIT.com. You can find us there on web, or you can find us at Motherosity on social. Or if you're just wanting to chat with me, you can find me at Hormonal Lydia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Lydia, when you are on your dating app, that's not your handle on the dating app, is it?
Lydia is married, honey.
Okay.
She said, I ain't been on the dating app since 2019 and
10.
She don't know.
2010.
She don't know which way
And
to
they
swipe.
didn't have them then.
Homie, that's when I came back
Right.
into the world.
You know?
I feel you. I came back in 2012. I was
all wrong.
confused.
I already know where you did find your mate at. Onlyfarmers.com. Am I right?
This is not a farmer's hat.
Oh, no.
No, you better
Check
tell 'em.
me out.
what it is.
Catch.
She said, no, that's not the one. So, Motherosity Health. Amazing. You know, I have so many questions. This is an opportunity for us all to learn. Postpartum, I'm going to tell you, we don't do enough.
No.
In the country, we don't do enough. In the job, we don't do enough as leaders.
Yep.
We rush people back.
Yes.
That's the
yeah.
first thing. We don't start to make concessions to say, you know what, perhaps we could extend some remote opportunities
Yep.
to these ladies. And then I'm just going to drop one other little nugget, Lydia. I think there are a lot of spouses that don't understand the
for sure.
postpartum challenges
Absolutely.
100%.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said your tag is Hormonal Lydia.
Yeah.
But if you haven't Googled postpartum, if you haven't Googled the hormonal imbalances that can happen postpartum, man, you doing it wrong, player.
Some dudes don't know.
You ain't
Some dudes
checking-
don't have the education
Yeah.
to do it. For me, I had
Yeah.
first one at 21.
Yeah.
Second child at 20 to 23.
Yep.
And there were a lot of things I didn't know about this. You know, I was just kind of going through it. And you go to your OBGYN, I got the names right. All right, OBG. Did I get it right? OGBYN?
OBGYN.
Got it.
There it
See,
is.
It shows you how much I don't know.
But you know, though.
But I went. I was there.
Yeah.
But it was like there were things that, you know, you just weren't taught. And now we have people that have a name for these things that people are experiencing that maybe
Yeah.
we didn't formerly have.
Yeah.
We had the experiences, but we didn't have anybody that either diagnosed it or gave it a formal title.
Well, so postpartum is a state of being, you know, and a lot of people think it's a thing, you know, it's not a verb. It's a place that you go through, right?
Okay.
And so one of the biggest problems with postpartum is that we've just started using the word again. It was a word that was present back in the early 80s and 90s.
Okay.
And then for some reason, medicine just kind of took it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I think what has happened is we now are educating people because moms are finding their voice, and there is a such thing as social media where people are talking and chatting about what's going on with them. And so that allows an open forum for dads to be involved in that journey. But more than anything, you know, we really are reestablishing that village. I don't know how old you guys are, but back in the early 80s, I'm a geriatric millennial.
Okay, get it then. Wear it well. Wearing it well. Go ahead on. Wear it well.
83, baby. So back in the early 80s, we had a village. Our parents grew, and we grew up with grandparents around and aunts and uncles. And for some reason, that's gone away, right?
Yeah.
And so because of that lack of village, a lot of moms are just not accustomed to having support to talk to about, you know, the symptoms of postpartum and how they may need more support.
Yep.
And so this is a full education period, but it's also actionable because there are many things that are happening within that. I myself suffered with postpartum depression, anxiety, rage for 4 years, undetected, untreated. No one knew because there is no protocol for it. And so if you think about that happening, you know, in every one of 3 women who gives birth, it's
Wow.
really a problem. Yeah.
1 in 3?
Oh, yeah. And that doesn't even touch the women who are dying at childbirth, dying in postpartum, you know, and the Black women specifically
wow. Yeah.
who are dying at a 3 times higher rate than every other counterpart. And so, yeah, we got some work to do. And I think what's happening right now is instead of talking about it, we are actually doing things. And so that's why the buzz of postpartum is so hot. But it's not so much that it's new. It's just now people are doing something about it.
Actionable. I like the term actionable.
That's right.
Because sometimes we diagnose stuff, we point and we say, that's that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but there's a next step. And there's another step. And there's another step. And a lot of us are just like, you know, it's almost like going to therapy and hearing what you're doing wrong or what you need to work on, but not actually doing any of the shadow work that you need to do.
100%.
And then it looks like, so I want to go ahead because I am just shocked here. So there's an app, and a tip of the day: you may be experiencing upper back ache today if you are breastfeeding without support of your elbows and back.
Oh, yeah.
And what?
Yeah.
There's an app to help.
Yeah, so
Giving tips.
yeah, we give a lot of tips, you know, because a lot of women are experiencing things and it's by sheer lack of knowledge. It's not that there isn't a solution. It's not that there isn't, you know, a reason why. And so our app, the Motherosity app, helps women and their partners and supporters to understand what may be happening at a certain period. It also predicts and detects mental health decline, right? So the app, depending on what you tell it, may say to you, listen, I think that you may be experiencing postpartum anxiety. Here are your resources. Here's who you can call. Here's what this means, first of all, and here's who you can call. And I think that's important, especially for dads as well, who may not be getting that full communication from their partner.
Right.
So you don't know what's going on. You just know that every time you ask her a question, she's biting your head off, right?
Right.
But the truth is that something is going on there, and there may not be anything that quickly changes it, but the knowledge of it helps you to set things in motion and maybe pick up things that may be stressors for her. You know, maybe she needs somebody to hold the baby for a little bit just so that she can just stretch out and chill.
Right.
It may be that simple, you know, but in the action of it, in the present of it, that may not be communicated.
That's so deep for so many things that we're going through in this world, especially mental health, etc. Where it's like the actionable side of things that we often just say, we know what it is. And it's like, what are we going to do?
Yes.
I didn't know there was a thing we could do. Yeah.
Yeah, there is something you can do. Mental health is a hot button topic across just the general frame of it because it has been stigmatized, right?
Yeah.
But can you imagine a world where we can openly talk about, hey, I'm not doing so good today, and then have that person on the other side say, what do you need from me? You know, do you need me to listen? Are you looking for an answer here? Or do you just need me to be around, you know? And it not be a, hey, you know, stay away from this guy.
Oh, man.
You know? So it's such a close place to me because as I went through this, so did my husband who could not help me. You know?
I was going to get to that. You guys brought up the mental health, and I got to chime in, especially now that you mentioned your husband there. Lydia, a lot of guys may not know this, but during postpartum, guys go through mental health issues, depression. So we're talking anger, irritability, risk-taking behaviors, including substance and alcohol abuse, detachment from the family. Because, you know, what you think is on the Norman Rockwell postcard, you're thinking, oh, all my pictures every day is just gonna be me with no shirt on, with holding my baby, but that don't happen. Easily stressed for the men. Physical symptoms including headaches and stomach aches. What say you? If not already, maybe after me saying this, are there tips like that for the postpartum ladies to know that, hey, your man may be going through something and he may not be dealing with this?
Yeah. So I think that the first layer of education and support is always with the mom, right? Okay. But I think that where you don't have a strong communication level, and I don't mean that you can't talk, I mean that you typically don't expose how you feel, right?
That's different, yeah.
That is different.
Yeah.
If you are already that person, then you're likely walking into a situation where you're going to receive...
Walking on eggshells.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're going to receive lack of health that, you're going to receive a level of health that lacks what you need.
Right.
Simply because you can't communicate that I need a break, and I can't explain to you what kind of break, But then on the dad side, one of the things that I always encourage dads to do is just do it, right? Don't ask me what I need. You see that basket of laundry? Just do it. Wipe off the counter.
Do it.
Put the dishes in the dishwasher. If you see that, I typically start dinner at 7 and it's 7:30, get it started for me. I think that's where a lot of frustration comes between the partner relationship, especially where men are concerned, because you guys are fixers just by nature. And so you're looking to resolve something, but you're asking, how can I resolve it?
Made that mistake.
Yeah.
Hey, 512-836-2887. We got a caller. Lydia said that she's going to take some calls. And Lydia, that means you're going to take just about any question that comes up?
Oh, yeah. I'm an open book. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can I have that hat?
Yeah.
You were straight for it. I respect your gangster.
Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, thanks for holding. You're on with Lydia.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Lydia.
How you doing?
First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for the things that you're doing for the community and helping young women of all colors, to get through this, and they're not alone, because back in '83 I felt alone, and so to hear you have an app that will help, my like cousins, and my little sister. Y'all know her now. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad that y'all are having these conversations, because we need to be keeping up with these conversations, because a lot of people are struggling with the, having the babies, and then, that depression and post, that, all that stuff. And then, just the guys like, what is going on with her? Because my child's father was like, why are you just crying?
Yeah.
I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
And but thank God we had a higher power. We would pray together, so that helped me a lot. And then asking, and I did have the village. That's a big thing. We do need to have like something with the village again, because it's a lot of people that don't have that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys.
Oh, thank you.
And my question to you is, so like, do you have like anything you do like for the community, or you just have the app?
So that's a great question. We are bouncing around the country often, and we're doing a lot of things. We are an Austin company, and so we are located here, and we're constantly getting involved with things like March for Babies.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. March for Babies, who is sponsored by March of Dimes. That's one of our biggest things here in the city. But we also are big community supporters. You know that there's a Black Mamas ATX here in Austin that supports doula and midwife services. So for moms who are in the community and are looking for support that's ulterior to your traditional OBGYN, there's that support for you. And any way that we can help there, we would love to help. The Moms Tour, which is a company that derives out of Philadelphia, but works around the country, we definitely help support them get the word out. What they do is they train doulas. So if you are a woman who are looking to get into the doula community, look up Moms Tour and Coco Black Moms. These two companies are working with Medicaid to help bring on doulas at the expense of the Medicaid Association. And so these are things that we are constantly contributing to and working on right here in the Austin community. But if you follow us, you can see where we're going to pop up at, what we're doing in the community, and how we're, getting the word out and helping in different areas.
Thanks for calling in. I wanted to open up the line so we get more in. So I just want to go back to, since I mentioned the app, Postpartum starts here. The world's first postpartum tracking application that uses your personal insights, experiential data science, and artificial intelligence to forecast, detect, and monitor your physical and mental health from the first day through the first 52 weeks of postpartum.
Yeah, that's right. So as soon as you have your baby, you can start telling this app how you feel and start receiving insights and information that tells you what stage you're in right now. So it's going to start at the day that your baby is born. You're going to put that information in, and it's going to track you up to 1 year after you have that baby. Wow. Any mom who is on the line in Airways right now, you guys know that postpartum is longer than the 6 weeks that our employers expect us to get back to work, right? Yep. So, and the same for dads, right? That is a corporate timeline. Yep. That is not a biological timeline. Nope. And biologically, a lot of women can go past that year and still feel not like themselves again if they haven't done what they needed to do during that recovery period. So we want to track you during that time. We want to be able to offer support and to say, this is what's happening to you now, or, hey, keep an eye out because we see that you're hitting this stage of your postpartum, and here's what you can expect, right? It's a lot easier when you know what's coming.
Can you believe this? Like, I didn't know about the app. Mm-hmm. I'm 3 kids too late for that. But but what we're doing is we are putting out information for people that are planning on this. We are people putting out information for people who could be upcoming. Mm-hmm. You might be doing the next. You
never know.
You and your Valentine baby about to
November.
And then there are dads.
I was
You and I talked about it. Yeah. We just said it. A lot of us did not Google postpartum.
No,
we Googled who won the Pro Bowl.
Right. Yeah.
We Googled what kind of engine is in the '66 Barracuda.
Right.
But we're not doing this, and we need to do our due diligence to support our mates in this.
This is the village thing, and that's like a digital village. You may have had a parent that didn't deal with that, and they may have either not dealt with it because it didn't happen, or they may have had it happen, but they didn't deal with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so then that's the person that you're going to talk, and then they may be coupled with friends who did the same thing, and none of them have information to share with you. And so now you're in your own stuff, and you have no information to share, nowhere to get it from. This is a great... would you say this isn't a replacement for the village? This is something that's, I guess, this is a tool for it, or what would you call it?
This is strictly for your postpartum health, right? Mm-hmm. So we really do a lot of focus on mental health, but we use a lot of other things that kind of help you navigate the mental health aspect. But we also are a big community. We are big on community. And one of the things that happens with parents is you don't know where the other parent who can relate to you is. So we allow you to search within your area code and found that other parent. We are a connector app, right?
Man, that's what I picked up on.
Fellas, let me explain something to y'all out here. You need to get the app. Your lady is about to be going through some stuff. You need these tips of the day. I'm gonna tell you this. What did I just read off to y'all? You may be experiencing upper back ache today. If you are breastfeeding without proper support of your elbows and back. So here's the first thing, player. Go to Amazon, buy her a breastfeeding pillow, because she ain't got one. That's the first thing you do. This is the second thing you do. She got an upper back ache.
Okay.
You ain't, the tip done told you game. The tip is putting you up on game. You go and you start rubbing on that upper back and helping her out, and you say, girl, I just want to do this. She ain't got to know you got the app.
Oh, I like this.
You see what I mean?
You doing some espionage. Right, you doing some espionage. That's what I'm in.
That's the mother of your child.
Yeah.
And clearly, we're hoping that she's gonna keep you.
Yeah.
So
now she bragging to her friends about what you done did. Yeah. Now their husband's trying to keep up with you.
That's right.
Don't even know
you helping us with game. You putting these dudes on game.
Where were you at in 2012?
It's not too late, because some of those women, the mental aspect of it is traumatizing. So it's not too late to smooth that out, to say, you know what, I learned some stuff that I didn't learn, that I didn't know when we were coming through. You know, offer apologies where they're needed. But then say, dang, I just didn't know. I didn't know that this was going on. You can still smooth that out.
It was 15 years, but I still got time, is what you're saying.
You still got time.
I got a 15 and a 13-year-old.
And Lydia, speaking of still got time, so we 2 months. The baby's 2 months old.
Yeah.
But you said this app goes to 52 weeks.
That's right.
So I got another 10 months that I could get it going. It's not too late.
No, it's not too late. And in fact, if you're at 2 months, you're at a precarious point because postpartum depression and some of that mental health decline starts right at that point. I don't know if you guys have heard about the 3-month hell week that happens. A lot of old school parents say if you make it through the first 3 months of having a baby, then it's smooth sailing, right? But right at that point, mental health starts to decline because you just went through 3 months of no sleep, really figuring out how this baby works, and you are empty. You know what I mean? You've poured all of your storage out, and now everything is smooth, but you're not smooth, right? And so that's when we see the biggest incline right at that point. And so if you have a 2-month-old baby, yes, you need the app about now.
I'm over here, Lydia. We don't have that much longer with you. I'm over here texting, messaging my friends. I got a buddy. This is baby number 3, and she's like 3 weeks in. I want her to. I'm asking her to listen in right now. Michelle, if you wasn't listening just off the strength of me, at least listen to Lydia right
Michelle.
now. I feel like there's a lot of families that are out there that you're helping with this information right now.
Thank you.
We need to do a better job as the spouse of understanding what our birther just went through. These mothers, man. I think you are the voice.
I appreciate that.
We learned something today that we may not have understood.
1 in 3. That was the thing I didn't know.
That's deep, right?
1 in 3.
It's heavy. It's heavy. Yeah. A lot of people will experience different portions of that mental health decline, but they definitely are 1 in 3 times likely to hit that mark.
So I want everyone to understand some of the things that Lydia is doing. They're changing the landscape of women's health. So they'll help you monitor your mood and mental health, track your journey and the milestones, explore your body's changes. That's all that's the only one. There's more, but that's all you needed. This is going to be trusted recovery and wellness content, personalized tips. We already talked about some, and reminders, a safe space for motherhood chats. Man, you got somebody you can talk to. Thank you, if we can connect, if the bros could connect and talk about some stuff, bro. I ain't go through it yet, but you know it's coming. All right, you could pass that along to me. Connect with moms and birth workers. I mean, that's you guys really are changing it.
Well, I appreciate that. I do.
I hope everyone knows, because you guys are saying that your innovation and technology, you're going to demonstrate the ability to reduce maternal morbidity and mortality with AI engineering that daily tracks, monitors, and predicts physical and mental health decline.
Yeah, AI is the buzz, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is the buzz. A lot of people don't understand how it's changing the lives of a lot of people, but how integrated it is in medicine, and how we have detected many things, like breast cancer now is being detected early by AI. And so we are really, really committed to growing as technology grows. And so as we do that, you will see many things that are changing with the app for all of our new users and early users who are joining our community. Stick with us. We are definitely going to be rolling out new updates and new builds, and providing where we see that provisions are necessary as we grow.
Nice.
How can we stay in contact? I do know I have Motherosity. That's Mother OCITY, Motherosity.com.
That's right.
And on IG?
Yeah, so we're across social media as Motherosity. And if you want to reach out to me directly, I'm at Hormonal Lydia. For employers that are out there and listening, if you would like to leverage the Motherosity app as a perk or resource to your employees who are maybe going on maternity or paternity leave, or who have just returned from that, then reach out to us. We definitely have enterprise options for you to buy license for us and to include those in your benefits package. But for our customers, our everyday customers, we are available on the Google and Apple Play stores. Download us at your convenience.
Nice.
Thank you, Lydia. Lydia Simmons in the building. Thank you, ma'am. We're going to take a picture for social media, and you guys will be able to connect a face with the voice. We'll also have her tagged, and we'll have all those tags in that post. Thanks, everyone, for listening.